This week, it's all about the love, baby. About 25 years ago, I came out to Seattle on vacation and I never left. And people said to me, "Do you know anybody out there? Have you ever been to Seattle? Do you have a job out there?" And I said, "No." And still I came. And about 6 weeks into being here, I went out on a sailboat. A friend of mine that I had met had a sailboat, and it was raining cats and dogs. I'm like, what am I doing on this sailboat? And as soon as I got aboard, I saw this man, and I thought, ooh, maybe this won't be so bad. And we sailed this sailboat, and nobody wanted to sail the boat because it was raining. We didn't care. We were getting to know each other. And when we got off the boat hours later, we made an appointment to get together, and we ended up getting together like every night that week until finally, the following week, we went on this boating/camping trip in the San Juan Islands. Now, if any of you have ever been to the San Juans here in the Pacific Northwest in the middle of August, it is absolutely spectacular. We went to our campsite, and on our way there, we saw these orca whales. When we moored our boat, there were shooting stars and a full moon. And then we rode this dinghy out to this island where we slept under the stars, and I was in love. Fast forward to today, 25 years later, I am still married to that man, and we have 2 kids. And so I tell you this story because it's a love story. It's my love story. It's a story that I've told many, many, many times, and a lot of people in my family know that story. Now, what it also does, it's a story that releases the neurochemical dopamine. And dopamine is that neurochemical that gets released in the brain when we feel joy or happiness. So if you know your audience might be feeling depleted or lonely, like a lot of us, maybe you tell a story that is going to release dopamine. The thing about dopamine is it only stays in the system for about 90 seconds. So you might have to keep doing it and doing it, which is why we all sometimes might get addicted to things like our phones or the TV. Another idea about love stories. Maybe you don't tell a love story about when you fell in love with your significant other. Maybe that's not appropriate. And maybe you tell a story to your audience if you're at a team meeting about what you love about your company, or the day you knew that this was the job for you, or when a customer made you feel like on cloud nine, like you're like, yes, right on. This is why I do what I do. The idea is this: if you know your audience is feeling lonely or isolated or missing, tell some stories that might release dopamine to get your audience to fall in love. So stay tuned next week where we delve into the next neurochemical response inherent in any good story, the release of serotonin or calm. You won't want to miss it.